Hi, my name is NATPINIJ SOWAPART. Today I'm going to present about the memento pattern. The memento pattern is one of the behavioral patterns. Intent of this is to capture and externalize the internal state of an object so that it can be restored later. It's also without violating the encapsulation of the object. It also promotes undo and rollback to full object status. Motivation of this pattern. So sometimes there is a need to record the internal state of an object so it can be undone later, and the checkpoints can be implemented. The encapsulation of the object make it inaccessible by other objects. Thus, it's impossible to save it externally. Problem. The previous internal state of an object needs to be kept externally for undo and restore. This can compromise the application's reliability and extensibility. And in addition, for example, for graphical editor, the two rectangles above are connected by one point, and one of the solution to keep the state is the constraint solver. However, if the rectangle is moved and with constraint solver restored to the same connection, the two rectangles may contain the same relation, but it's not the same state as the first one. So the memento pattern actually captures the whole state of an object, so when it restores to its original state, it's exactly the same. As you can see that for the solution, the memento stores the snapshot of internal state of an object. The structure of memento pattern. So there is the originator, which has two methods. One is to get the state, and another one is to create a memento, which return a memento. And there is the class memento, which store the state and has method to get and set the state, and the caretaker who take care of the process. Participants. So there is a originator, which is the original object, who will be able to create a memento to snapshot and store the current state. There will be a caretaker who knows when and why the originator needs to save and restore itself. However, the caretaker never examines the contents of the memento. And the memento stores the state of originator, and thus it protects against access by other objects. For collaborations, so at first the caretaker will request a memento from the originator. The originator then knew the memento and set its current state to it. Whenever the originator needs to be reverted to previous states, the caretaker will give the memento back to the originator. Thus, the memento are passive, and only the originator that creates the memento can assign and retrieve the state. So in this case, the caretaker never knows what the state of the memento is like, however, but it stores the memento for originator. So the consequences. So this pattern preserves encapsulation boundaries, as the external object doesn't know the current state of the object. It simplifies originator because the originator does not need to keep track of its previous state. However, using memento might be expensive, as large amounts of information is stored in the memento. In addition, in some language, defining wide interface for originator and narrow interface for objects may be difficult, and moreover, there might be a hidden cost in caring for mementos because the caretaker doesn't know how much state is in memento. In this example, the application is going to keep information of employee, name, surname, and salary, and it will provide the undo mechanism to restore the information saved. The UML class diagram. So I have this class employee memento and employee originator, which store name, surname, salary, the memento, and the caretaker. So the originator has a save to memento and restore for memento. For the code, I have this originator called employee originator, which store the name, surname, and salary. I have a method to set the value to it. Then it prints out the value. Then I have this method to save to memento. So this will save states its current states to memento. New memento. Then it has another method to restore for memento. So we pass the memento in, and it will set itself to the memento state. In addition, I have this memento class which store the states of it. This is a constructor, method to get name, surname, salary. Then I have the caretaker. The caretaker will be the one who store the memento. It has a method to set memento and to get memento. For the main, first I set originator to NATPINIJ SOWAPART 10,000. Then I capture the state to memento, and the caretaker is the one who decides to save it, but the originator will be the one who saves it. Then I set the state to Kanye West 15,000, Taylor Swift 13,000. Then I decide to restore state to the previous state I saved. So I call restore from memento and pass in the caretaker's memento. Then as you can see from the output, so then the originator state is returned to previous state of NATPINIJ SOWAPART 10,000. Then I set again the state to Drake 20,000. Then I save the state to memento. Then I set the state to Justin Bieber 40,000. Then I decide to restore the state to previous state I saved. Then it returns the state to Drake 20,000. So the memento pattern. So this is this diagram and the code of my program. So you can see that the memento pattern can be used to restore the object to its previous state, the captured one. So the known use is in undo and restore mechanism in most applications, and also in database transaction rollback operation. So this is my references. Thank you.